Someone once told me I wasn't allowed to use the word curate. It's a beautiful analogy for life. You know, your life is it's your journey, it's your story. It's centered around my love of people, community and connecting, my love of the ocean and protecting that, as well as educating people on how those things go together and how they really are one part.
Hello and welcome to the Botanica and Bloom channel. I am Megan. I'm a wedding planner, florist, and lifestyle brand. Today I'm going to change things up. I actually headed to a local shop here in Victoria and spoke with the owner, Jessica. That shop is Salt Shop. Jessica is so passionate about what she does. She's going to take us through what it means to be a curator versus a consumer, why we need to start shopping sustainably, and what that means for our future. She also talks about creating a capsule wardrobe. So if any of those things are something of interest to you, then make sure you stick around because you'll really enjoy this video.
My name is Jessica. I own a company called Salt. Grew up on Salt Spring. I'm a lover of the ocean. And
You did a blog post about consumerism versus curating, which I thought was really interesting and kind of the way I like to shop and why I don't shop so much anymore. Yeah. So can you just explain that a little bit to, I guess, the viewers so they can learn a little bit about being a curator versus a consumer?
Yeah, you know, someone once told me I wasn't allowed to use the word curate because it was actually a customer a long time ago, because they said curators are people who work in a gallery and choose art to create a collection of work. And, you know, I let her have her opinion, but it's a beautiful analogy for life. You know, your life is it's your journey, it's your story, and in no way should you not curate that story. We have to check in with ourselves every day to make sure that we're following the journey and the path that we want to be on. So when it comes to curating your clothing or curating your lifestyle, you know, you want things around you that make you feel good. And I've followed for a very long time a quote that if you don't believe it to be beautiful, then why have it, right? Beautiful or useful. So everything that I have in my life, I think about whether it's useful or beautiful.
What led you to open Salt?
I mean, it's been a journey of over 14 years. This is my third company, and it's been a transition to get here. I started when I was 16 and just started silk screening in high school, you know, making shirts for friends, and that turned into selling them, which turned into traveling across the country selling them. And that ball just kind of kept rolling until I decided to stop traveling so much with the shirts and open a brick and mortar store instead. It lasted for 5 years, and then I sold that store and then opened Salt, which happened 3 years ago. So this is sort of, I think, the last part of my journey. I think I've fallen into what really fits with me and my personality and my growth over the years. What Salt is as a brand I definitely identify with now. And I think it was, a transition to get here.
And what is the brand of Salt?
Of Salt, it's centered around my love of people, community and connecting, my love of the ocean and protecting that, as well as educating people on how those things go together and how they really are one part.
Amazing. Yeah, it's so important to educate consumers on sustainable and ethical sources. How do you do that?
I think like anything in this world, if you're not educated, you can't get mad at people. And I also think that education, especially on topics such as being eco-friendly and conscious with the way you treat the planet and people, you have to come from a positive outlook. If you keep telling people what not to do, that's a negative right there. So you have to show them what they can do, and you have to talk about things in a way that's uplifting and empowering. So, you know, build up their good habits, show them how they can make more, and and change will happen.
So I know a lot of people have the assumption that you can't get great fashion when it comes to sustainability and ethical. Like, I know some people think of like the old hippie muumuus, and obviously that's not true. We're standing here and you can see that it's not. So I guess, how do you show people what you can do with fashion, and what kind of fabrics are you sourcing that still kind of give you the same look as more traditional fabrics that are not so sustainable?
So, good question. And I think the thing to point out there is a lot of brands jump on the eco-friendly, sustainable fabric bandwagon and they go right with 100% hemp, the organic cottons, the linens and the flaxes. And I think that those are all great options and we do utilize a lot of those here. Our preference is to mix them with something like a tencel that has a beautiful drape, and then the way that you cut the shirt. I think something that's really difficult for women, which is sort of where I've realized what makes me different or salt different, is that women have curves, and these 100% cottons and hemps and linens, they don't follow curve. And I think there's quite a few brands out there that are making sustainable fashion, utilizing those fibers. And it might be men that are designing for women, and they don't think about the female curve. And so you put these clothes on, and you feel boxy and rigid, and like it's not flattering you. And there are a select group of women out there that are like, no, I want to be as eco-friendly as possible. Fashion doesn't matter. But the standpoint I've come from is that fashion still does matter. I still want to feel good and attractive and flattered in the clothing that I wear. And so I've chosen materials that drape beautifully, tencel being one of those. We combine it with an organic cotton, and we do throw a little bit of spandex in there, which stops us from being 100% plastic free, which is something I struggle with on the daily. However, the alternative options for women who want to feel good in their clothing is to go to a fast fashion store and buy something that's 100% rayon or completely spandex. So I'm sort of bridging that gap between completely rigid clothing and like garbage consumable clothing to give you something that's up here, 97% plastic free, feels good on your body, flatters your shape, and is doing the work.
So how would you go about, because I know that you already said focusing on the positives, but how do you make a change for those people without necessarily shaking them and saying like, hey, make a change?
I start with the emotional feeling always. If someone's feeling good in their clothes, they're automatically going to gravitate towards that. Now their second step might be that it's hard to justify, like you said, a $58 t-shirt or a $68 long sleeve. Have the conversation that it's 100% made in Canada. It's supporting our economy. It's not coming on a freighter across the universe to get here. There's so many things that make it so much better, and you get them excited about that and what that means for their life, what that means for their impact on the environment, what it means for their wardrobe, and to point out that you don't have to have 100 items. Get creative with the items you do have. Have 5 t-shirts that you feel fantastic in, maybe 2 or 3 different cuts and a couple colors, and figure out how you can wear them differently. Tie them in a knot, tuck them in the front, wear them out in leggings.
Like, we're also creating the environment for our children and their children, and I think a lot of people don't think about their future, never mind the planet's future.
Yeah, to add to that, that's one of the reasons that I choose the ocean. There's an ocean conservation company based out of Beach, their office, and it's called Sea Legacy. We've supported them in a few projects that we've done. And they made a movie a little while ago, and it was called The Thin Blue Line, and I love sort of the context and the ethos behind that film, and it was about how so many of the people that are walking the surface of the earth have no idea of what's below that thin blue line. And so to bring that back to salt, I think education on what's happening below the ocean, below the surface, and our impact, because a lot of people don't spend time wandering the beaches and swimming in the oceans and things.
Yeah, and a lot of Canada doesn't see the ocean, so they don't think about the ocean. Doing your part by having the store and creating these products for us to purchase. So what can consumers do?
It's about creating the conversation, right? And the awareness. I had a woman come in here, she was in her 50s, and what's the store about? And I kind of gave her my short little chat about it. And she's like, what's with organic and eco anyways? And it took me by surprise, because I don't converse with people who are that off by the idea of it. And I had to explain to her that it's better for the earth, it's better for her and her skin, and there's chemicals and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you just have to start that conversation, plant that one seed, and you don't have to run a retail store or be creating a brand to do it. you live by example, and it's something I've followed ever since I was young, is living by example. I don't need to tell people what to do. Just be me, do good, and they're going to notice the difference. You don't have to tell people what they're doing wrong. Just live by example and show your passion, share your passion, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I love that. So I think it's really interesting too, as somebody who owns a store and sells things for a living, that you're not saying buy everything in the store, just buy what is appropriate for you and your lifestyle, and to really curate that kind of products that work for your ideal lifestyle.
And when it comes to clothing, you don't need a lot, and if you have less in your closet, you have more space in your mind, you have more space in your home, you have more space for adventures. Yeah, just have less. It's ironic that I own a clothing store to some degree and I sell stuff, but I believe that what I sell lasts and will add to your life and will make you feel good and visually appreciate the things within your surroundings, which is extremely important. So yeah, don't buy it if you don't need it, but if it makes you happy, and sometimes we have to understand that those things are momentary joys too, like a candle's not going to last forever, but it will bring us joy every time we light it.
All of your pieces kind of work together as well, so you can easily create a capsule wardrobe just from the pieces you have here, which is really nice, because you know that you don't need a lot of everything, but you can always add to it and come back and keep adding more.
Yeah. One thing I do often to keep myself in check is I have a rule for myself. I'm not allowed to wear anything that doesn't come from the store unless I don't make it. So I don't make shoes, I don't make wool sweaters, I don't make wool hats. Those are things I'm allowed to purchase. And then everything that else that I wear comes from the store. Because if I'm not enjoying it, how do I expect other people to enjoy it? Yeah, everything but my sweater and my hat that I have on my body came from the store today.
Awesome.
So.
Favorite product in the store?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Same.
These jeans are my favorite jeans I've ever owned.
I love them.
Mud Jeans is an awesome company from the Netherlands. They're zero waste and super eco-friendly. They have a goal by 2020 to have 100% recycled denim. Right now they do organic cotton with some recycled denim. They're not jeans that you're going to go buy for the wash or the color. And I don't mean that to discredit them, I just mean you're not paying $300 for someone else to distress your denim for you and wash it 500 times before it's gotten to you. So their washes are good colors, but they're pretty solid. It's through wearing them that they change. And as far as my own product that I make that I love the most, it would probably be my two t-shirts. I'm wearing the Ula today. I generally gravitate towards the Nero. They're just flattering cuts, they feel good, you can wear them with anything, and I have one in every color, and I put one on almost every day. The men's new Rio button-up shirts. I share it with my partners. I steal all the time, I should really have my own. But yeah.
Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe so you can see all the videos we have coming. For more information on Botanica and Bloom and Salt Shop, you can visit www.botanicaandbloom.com.